Leaders at Amazon Fresh, the International Chamber of Commerce UK, and HelloFresh have been appointed onto the Felix Project's Board of Trustees, while Gabriel Fernandez steps into the role of President of Global Emerging Markets GEM for Mars Snacking. Matt Birch, UK Country Manager at Amazon Fresh, which supplies the Felix Project with food to redistribute, is among the three to join the board. Birch brings a wealth of retail experience, previously working as director at Sainsbury's and Central England Cooperative. I'm excited and then humbled to be joining the Felix Project. It's an organisation I followed for some time and watched grow through a passionate pursuit of getting the surplus stock of the food industry to the people who need it most. I love how the team innovate and solve problems pace to better serve their communities and can't wait to play a part in the future. Joining Birch is Paul Dresker, CBE. He is the current president of SCI, a non-executive director of Schroders & Co. and chairman of International Chamber of Commerce UK. He is also the former chair of Business LDN. Dresser said London is the greatest capital city in the world, but not for everyone. The Felix Project is a fabulous charity that last year distributed 32 million meals to Londoners in need. I'm thrilled to be joining a great team whose vision I totally share. The third new trustee is meal kit provider HelloFresh UK's CEO Adam Park. HelloFresh UK is another long-term supplier of surplus to Felix. Park said in the UK more than enough food is produced to feed everyone. Yet too many people experience chronic food insecurity, while enormous amounts of surplus food go to waste every day. Addressing this is an urgent and important challenge for our society and our planet, and I look forward to contributing to the Felix Project's vision of London where no one goes hungry and good food is never wasted. The new trustees bring an extensive range of skills and expertise across many areas, including the food industry, income generation, health and safety, and public policy, all vital for the work of the London charity as it continues to expand its reach. Chair of Trustees for the Felix Project welcomed the new members and their valued input. Their deep expertise across so many sectors and their enthusiasm and commitment to our work can only benefit the Felix Project and help us drive forward with our mission. The trustees will begin their work this month, appointing one further member in May who will represent the community organisations they provide food to later this year. Elsewhere, Mars Snacking has appointed a new president of Global Emerging Markets GEM. Gabriel Fernandez will take on the role succeeding Blas Makiva, who assumes a new role as Global President, Health and Wellness at Mars Snacking. Fernandez has been with Mars since 2005 and has held regional and corporate leadership roles in Latin America, Europe and North America. From 2016 to 2024, he served as General Manager of Mars Wrigley Mexico. During that time, Fernandez led the business through several key transformations, including the successful integration of Mexican chocolate brand Turin, the Wrigley portfolio, and Mars Wrigley's Caribbean and Central American markets. In his new role, Fernandez will oversee the GEM region, focusing on cultivating a strong talent development pipeline and championing inclusion and diversity across 140-plus markets within the GEM area. During his tenure in Mexico, female representation within the Mars Wrigley Latin America business rose from 10 to 40%. Fernandez has also led Latin America to significant financial success, achieving more than 50% growth. Commenting on his new position, Fernandez said he is eager to continue his work under Blas' leadership and champion brands and talent. From iconic global favourites such as M&M's to our local heroes such as Turin, I look forward to continuing our legacy of culturally relevant innovation for consumers in emerging markets. A new survey has found that UK consumers are increasingly prioritising healthy eating and feel better as a result. According to Savanta's Q1 2024 Grocery Eye report, a rolling survey that tracks consumer behaviour, every quarter 49% of shoppers reported that they were eating a more healthy food, and 32% said they were feeling healthier than last year. The number of people feeling healthier is up 7% on the same time last year, with Savanta attributing this trend to the evolving demands of young people as food inflation falls. Elsewhere, 37% of respondents said they are cooking from scratch more often, while 40% expressed an interest in products focused on gut health. There has also been a 4% increase in consumers that eat a plant-based diet, rising from 8% to 12% between Q1 of 2023 and this latest report. High prices remain a concern for many people, though, with 42% stating that the cost of healthy food has led them to eat less healthy. Commenting on the implications of the research for F&B production, Savanta Senior Director Julie Vignay has said there is a real opportunity for the food and drink industry to capitalize on UK consumers' increased appetite for and changing understanding of healthy food. Our research points towards what we've already been seeing on our supermarket shelves, such as new ranges of gut health and high-protein yogurts. But there is plenty more the industry could be doing with products, offers, and new technologies that address the growing concern around ultra-processed food that is highly likely to redefine healthy eating definitions in years to come. Many consumers are now looking for simpler food with fewer ingredients and fewer additives. The challenge will be delivering them at a price range that doesn't feel prohibitive to many consumers. The research forms part of Savanta's Grocery Eye report, which dates back to 2014 and surveys 500 UK nationally represented shoppers based on age, geography and affluence. A new tool designed to support UK seafood businesses with decarbonisation has been launched. The Seafood Carbon Emissions Profiling Tool project was led by Seafish, a public body that supports the UK seafood industry, with development being conducted by international expert in food systems sustainability, Mirio Nutrisciences. The tool is available online now and has been designed to help businesses measure and reduce their products' carbon footprint and contribute to meeting net zero targets. Once they sign up, seafood firms will need to input their supply chain data, such as greenhouse gas emissions associated with processing operations, so that product carbon footprints can then be generated and potential hotspots identified. The tool has been available for industry-based testing and use within the seafood industry since the end of 2023, during which time fine-tuning and other refinements have been made. It also includes a public-facing area where visitors can access resources including the background methodology, frequently asked questions and view indicative carbon footprints for seafood products typically retailed in the UK. Commenting on the tool's official launch, Head of Responsible Sourcing at Seafish, Stuart McLaughlin, said the Seafood Carbon Emissions Profiling Tool is an important part of our work to support the UK seafood sector transition to net zero. It is aimed at the entire UK seafood supply chain, but we envisage that buyers within retail, food science and processing will be amongst the main users. The tool provides several benefits for industry, but first and foremost enable industry to identify carbon footprints for their seafood products and understand the hotspots or risks in their supply chains. This is important as robust data and information are needed to help businesses plan and make informed investment decisions to drive transformation to accelerate the decarbonisation of shared seafood supply chains, including via pre-competitive collaboration. UK-based seafood importer, processor and distributor New England Seafood has supported in the development of the tool, with the firm's People and Planet Director Cassie Lace describing it as intuitive and easy to use. You don't need to have a lot of carbon knowledge or expertise to be able to access it. The whole point of the tool is it's something anyone in the business can use, whether you're working on sustainability, working specifically on carbon if you're a CEO, or working in ops. For me, it's something that's helpful to translate some quite detailed technical information into something simple for anybody to access. Meanwhile, Tesco has used the tool to better understand how it can meet its decarbonisation targets. The tool is super important because it enables us to baseline carbon completely through the supply base. So at primary at wild capture and aquaculture, said Ben Lambden, Sustainable Fisheries and Aquaculture Manager at Tesco. The beauty of the tool is it's continuously developing, so as you continue to use it, more data will be added and reviewed, and it should get easier to use. Wholesaler Harlech Food Service has invested £1 million in a new fleet of low-emission delivery trucks as part of its journey to net zero. Harlech introduced 6 new HEVs to its fleet, with a further 6 to be added at a cost of another £1 million by the end of this year. The investment coincides with the launch of a major expansion of the business into South and West Wales, with new depots in Merthyr and Carmarthen, respectively. Sales Administrator Janet Jones said the company's progress towards reducing its carbon emissions has helped it win new public sector contracts as well as being environmentally important. In turn, that is driving the growth of the company, which employed about 180 staff pre-COVID, but is now heading towards 250. As well as the new fleet of HGVs we have and the other delivery vans, we are looking at the feasibility of equipping the sales fleet with all-electric vehicles and using smart technology to plan journeys, deliveries and pickups more efficiently. It's about getting the right people in the right place at the right time, because there is a big saving to be made not just in our fuel miles, but in the fuel miles of our suppliers. The wholesaler has further supported its net zero emissions through the investment into more environmentally friendly coolant gas for its giant freezer rooms at its headquarters and for its refrigerated transport fleet as part of a major review of their energy needs. Head of Operations Ian Evans added, "It's becoming more and more important for our customers in the public sector, schools, colleges, councils, and health boards that we commit to net zero. We're expanding at our headquarters too, with more space, including refrigerated space, but we are also being more efficient in the way we operate by making the aisles in our warehouse narrower so we can store more. We also still have a lot of land here that is surplus to our needs, so we are looking at installing more solar panels in addition to our existing solar array on the roofs." The search is on for the world's best steak. As entries open for the prestigious World Steak Challenge, WSC. Now in its 10th year, the WSC shines a spotlight on the very best steaks, producers and suppliers from across the globe as they compete for the title of the world's best steak. Beef and steak producers, wholesalers and retailers have until the 8th of July to enter the 2024 competition, which will be judged by a panel of experts from all over the world in September at Vlees & Co. Steak Restaurant in Amsterdam. Categories open for entry this year are fillet, sirloin and ribeye, and the new category Wagyu, with the best performing steaks awarded much coveted gold, silver or bronze medals. All gold medal winning steaks automatically qualify for our international categories, where we announce the best steak from Asia, Europe, North America, Oceania and South America. One producer will also claim the coveted overall title of the world's best steak. Winners for this year's WSC will be announced at a special awards dinner held at Smith & Wollensky on Monday, the 11th of November. This year's competition also introduces a slew of new awards up for grabs, including the Environment, Social and Governance Award, the Small Producer Award, the Large Producer Award, and the Innovation Award. Stefan Chonka, restaurant editor, said the WSC remains the must-enter competition for steak producers and suppliers to allow them to showcase their product quality and breed credentials on an international stage. In a world where taste, provenance and sustainability in meat has never been greater, this competition recognises those in the industry that continue to strive to bring the best quality meat possible to people's tables across the globe. Launched in 2015, the WSC delivers a recognised standard of quality to support world-class steak production on a global platform. Judging for the 2023 competition was held in Amsterdam, with the winners announced at a special awards dinner at London-based steakhouse Smith & Wollensky. A total of 346 medals were awarded in the 2023 challenge, including a record 134 gold medals, with 120 steaks given at silver medals and 92 steaks bronze medals. Last year's overall winner was Australian producer Jack's Creek, which took home the accolade for its grain-fed Wagyu Black Angus Cross sirloin, which was also named the world's best sirloin and the world's best grain-fed steak, as well as Oceania's best steak. Global drinks manufacturer Diageo has confirmed the appointment of Nick Giangani as its new chief financial officer. Giangani will take up the role in the autumn of 2024 to coincide with the departure of incumbent Lavanya Chandrasekhar, who will return to the US after 3 years in the role and 6 years with Diageo. In addition to acting as CFO, Giangani will also join the Diageo board of directors. Since 2016, Giangani has served as the Chief Financial Officer at Coca-Cola Euro-Pacific Partners, CCEP, the world's largest Coca-Cola bottler. Overall, he possesses more than 30 years of experience in finance roles across the UK, Europe, India, Africa and the US, including 20 years as a Chief Financial Officer. Prior to his current role, Giangani operated as Chief Financial Officer and SVP at Coca-Cola Enterprises from 2013 to 2016. Having joined CCE in 2012. Meanwhile, the departing Chandrasekhar joined Diageo in 2018 as the Chief Financial Officer for North America and was appointed to a current position in July 2021, during which time she has been key to the delivery of a 10.5% net sales value of CAGR. Commenting on the announcement, Diageo Chief Executive Deborah Crew described Giangani as a CFO with a proven global track record of generating growth across multiple consumer businesses and industries. Nick's experience and international mindset will make him a strong addition to our leadership team. I'm grateful to Lavanya for her leadership over the last 6 years and her contribution as Diageo successfully expanded our business through a global pandemic and delivered major productivity savings. I want to say Lavanya to thank her for being a trusted colleague and partner to me, both when we worked together in North America and more recently as I took on the role of CEO. On her departure from Diageo, Chandrasekhar commented, "I'm proud to have overseen a strong period of growth for Diageo and to have embedded a culture of productivity and efficiency which will set business up for long-term success." Finally, Giangani said that Diageo was a business he has long admired are one of the most trusted in the world with consumers. I look forward to working with my new colleagues to drive value for Diageo's shareholders and to support the company's strong track record of building and sustaining exceptional brands. Cultivated meat company Meatly has announced the development of a protein-free culture medium, which it states is the first of its kind in the cultivated meat industry. A culture medium is the mix of nutrients used by companies in the cultivated meat industry to grow animal cells. Founded in 2022, Meatly is currently focused on manufacturing cultivated meat products for the pet food market and believes its new culture medium marks a significant step forward in the bid to enable animal-free, cost-effective cultivated meat production. The medium costs £1 per litre to create and could be brought down further at scale. Meanwhile, it contains no serum, animal-derived components, steroids, hormones, growth factors or antibiotics, and it is used in their suspension culture bioreactors without microcarriers. Last month, Meatly announced the production of the world's first cultivated pet food. It aims to sell its products in the UK this year, becoming the first company to sell cultivated meat in Europe. To date, the firm has raised £3.6 million in capital and is gearing up for the release of its products in the coming months. Commenting on the news, Meatly co-founder and chief scientific officer Helder Cruz said, "Our protein-free culture medium represents a critical milestone for us and the wider cultivated meat industry. By setting this new benchmark, we are driving the cost of production down significantly, which is something the industry has been grappling with for years. It is a huge step forward in scaling our technology and making our products available to pet owners on a commercial scale and at an affordable price." The founder of agronomics and investor in Meatly, Jim Mellon, added, "Meatly's creation of the very first protein-free medium establishes the company as a true technological leader within its field. Media accounts for the majority of the costs involved in the production of cultivated meat, and Meatly has single-handedly slashed those costs 100-fold or more. This is a huge step forward in bringing the cost of cultivated meat to price parity with conventional meat and ultimately toward the mass adoption of cultivated products. The company expects to shortly receive regulatory approval, and I'm excited to feed their delicious products to my dogs." A global survey has revealed that 83% of respondents are trying to reduce their carbon and water footprint and are willing to pay more for their beer if it helps ease the planet's global warming crisis. Despite the cost of living crisis, almost half of the 3,500 respondents across 7 countries said they would opt for a more expensive beer over a cheaper rival if the former is sustainably produced. The international survey, which drew responses from the UK, US, Germany, Austria, Belgium, Japan and Singapore, found that respondents would pay up to 30% more for a greener pint that reduces waste and water and energy consumption. Commenting on the results, Paul Corporations, which commissioned the survey, beer market manager Roland Paul Dobrik said today's consumers have a renewed interest in the brewing process, with 75% saying they're keen to learn more. Examining the perspectives of respondents and how they believe beer can be more sustainable, on average 80% thought reducing waste to be relevant and 76% cited a reduction in energy, while 63% noted the importance of reducing water use. Among the 7 surveyed countries, the UK saw the highest recognition of these factors, with 85%, 82% and 71% respectively. Results also found that overall 60% believe filtration plays a part in a beer's environmental impact. Filtration plays a critical role in the brewing process, added Paul Dobrik. Additionally, beer has been clarified and purified via fossilized algae called diatomaceous earth, but this creates approximately 3 kilograms of waste sludge for every 1 kilogram used. This can amount to hundreds of tons of waste in large breweries and often ends up in landfill sites. It also typically uses a lot of water. There are more sustainable options. Modern methods include cross-flow membrane filters, which use less water and energy, generate far less waste, and are more cost-effective to run. The Northern Ireland dairy cooperative Dale Farm has announced one of the largest ever investments the region has seen from an agri-food company, as it expands its cheese site in Dunmanbridge, County Tyrone. The £70 million investment comes off the back of years of successive growth for Dale Farm, as its market continues to expand, with the Dunmanbridge site already exporting to 40 countries worldwide. Group Chief Executive for Dale Farm, Nick Whelan, says the investment will support further growth, positioning Dale Farm as a leading cheddar player across Europe. Dale Farm has built a strong reputation as a leader in cheddar production, and thanks to our reputation for quality, sustainability and consistency, we are seeing a strong customer growth in the category. Key to our success is the dedication and ingenuity demonstrated on a daily basis by our team right across the business. We are already exporting to 40 countries, and with this investment, we want to build on that momentum and future-proof our operation at Dunman Bridge for decades to come. The expansion to the Dale Farm site is already underway and on track to complete next February, as well as improving and replacing existing site-wide services and utilities. The investment will see the installation of a new high-speed automated cheese slicing line, an increased warehouse footprint, and new patented products and processes. The site's cheese capacity will increase by 20,000 tonnes per year following the work, whilst also expanding its whey protein concentrate capacity. Together with the new production processes, the rollout of more advanced energy-efficient technologies will also reduce the site's carbon footprint by around 4,500 tonnes per annum when compared against milk powder production. We want to continue to lead the sector in Northern Ireland and beyond, and cement our region as a global leader in quality, sustainability and innovation. We've been granted a patent for cheddar produced at the site and are onboarding new technologies and digital transformation. We're also investing in sustainability, and as a result of this expansion, our carbon footprint will see a significant reduction, marking another important milestone on our journey towards net zero. To date, the Dunman Bridge site directly supports more than 1,100 families in the local area, with 345 employed at the facility and a further 760 farms out of Dale Farm's 1,280 milk producers supplying milk to it. We then conclude the sustainability and profitability of our farmers and their businesses are at the heart of every decision we make as a cooperative. Thanks to the success of our strategy and growth, we are in a position where we can make an investment of this scale while continuing to pay a competitive milk price. This investment will be transformative, not just for Dale Farm, but for the Northern Ireland rural economy. We have big plans for the future and are looking forward to the next step of this journey. Global food and drink manufacturer Danone has announced the acquisition of functional formularies. The US-based Whole Foods tube feeding business was purchased from Swander Case Capital for an undisclosed fee and will strengthen Danone's medical nutrition portfolio by enabling the expansion of its enteral tube feeding ranges. The deal forms part of the renewed Danone strategy, which was introduced in a bid to restore growth, competitiveness, and value creation for the long term. Meanwhile, Functional Formularies operates as a provider of organic whole food, shelf-stable feeding tube formulas, offering an alternative to traditional formulas used across the medical sector. Currently, the business offers its products to institutional customers in hospital and long-term care settings, and to retail customers online throughout the US and Canada. Commenting on the move, Danone Deputy CEO and Chief Financial Officer Jürgen Esser said, "As a global leader in medical nutrition, we are delighted to welcome Functional Formularies to Danone. We are confident that with the addition of the greatly differentiated product portfolio of Functional Formularies, which complements our existing real food blends branded range, we're even better positioned to support the nutrition needs of tube-fed families and patients." In a statement on LinkedIn, Functional Formularies confirmed it had joined the Nutricia North American family, Nutricia being a brand owned by Danone and pledged to serve people living on feeding tubes better. We're excited about this new partnership and remain committed to bringing nourishment to thrive to as many people as possible, the statement added. Headquartered in Paris, France, Danone manufactures food and drink products across 3 categories: essential dairy and plant-based products, waters and specialised nutrition. With almost 90,000 employees and products sold in over 120 markets, Danone generated €27.6 billion in sales in 2023. Meanwhile, its portfolio of brands includes Actimel, Activia, Alpro, Actimel, Evian, Nutrilon and Volvic. This introduces a plant-based chicken thigh alternative, which it says is the first product of its kind to be distributed nationally. This Isn't Chicken Thighs will join the ranks of the plant-based food company's growing portfolio, set to be available at Tesco nationwide from the 30th of May. The plant-based thighs are made of soya and fava bean proteins and come in packs of 4, weighing in at 220 grams at retailing for £3.80. The launch foods follows several recent new product additions, including its alternative versions of chicken shawarma, chicken wings, chicken breast, and frozen beef mince, alongside a growing success brand. For example, the IRI Temple Total Grocery Chilled Meat Free 17th of March 2024 showed it as the fastest growing brand in the category. Moreover, within this chicken product range, and based on total category, and in the 4 weeks up to the 24th of December, This Isn't roast chicken and stuffing was the best performing line in the entire category last year. It also has a value rate of sale unweighted, being value, store and wheat, of 75.1, with the next best competitor scoring a 45.1. The plant-based chicken thighs are designed to replicate its meat counterpart and can be pan-fried or oven-cooked. They can be kept whole and used in dishes like tray bakes and chicken thigh burgers, or diced up for a curry dish, for example. When it comes to creating a whole cut animal meat products such as chicken thighs, wings and legs, they have a complex three-dimensional architecture in which protein fibers are bound together by a network of connective tissue and intramuscular fat. This structure provides juiciness and mouthfeel that so many enjoy. Traits with this says it mimics in its latest thigh products as a result of in-depth research and 3 patent-pending technologies. The soy and fava protein bundles create a similar texture to traditional chicken thighs, binding together with an olive oil-based fat. The thighs are then coated in a seaweed layer to replicate the unique structure and texture of chicken skin. Mark Cuddigan, CEO of this, said, "We reinventing the way people experience plant-based dining, and we're incredibly excited to share our latest product launch. This isn't chicken thighs. We're on a mission to lead a revolution to change what people eat, to protect animals and the environment, and with our ridiculously delicious and nutritious plant-based food, we've got you covered with the ultimate plant-based chicken thigh." Supermarket chain Asda has announced that it has refinanced more than £3.2 billion of its debts. The retailer said that this reflects the strong demand from investors, with the refinancing including the biggest sterling high-yield bond this year and the second largest sterling bond in the European leveraged finance market, only behind Asda's original £2.25 billion sterling bond tranche in 2021. Asda raised £1.75 billion of senior secured notes and upsized a £900 million equivalent EU term loan by £200 million, while it used close to £300 million to reduce its gross debt. Meanwhile, the supermarket extended the end date of its revolving credit facility from August 2025 to October 2028, as well as upsizing it from £667 million to £748 million. The refinancing comes on the back of Asda having its Moody's corporate rating upgraded from B2 to B1. In its most recent results, Asda revealed it has increased underlying profits by 24% to £1.1 billion during 2023, after boosting like-for-like sales by 5.4%. Commenting on the refinancing, Asda CEO Mike Gleeson said, "We saw strong demand from investors after taking a thoughtful and prudent approach to refinancing our near-term debt, well ahead of maturities to further strengthen our balance sheet." The positive reaction that followed Asda's strong financial year 2023 results, and Moody's upgrade of its corporate rating to B1 from B2 last week cited a material reduction in leverage and growth in underlying free cash flow. The refinancing also reflects the wider strength of Asda as a diversified retail group with a strong grocery business at its core, supported by a fantastic non-food offering in George, and following recent investments, a major presence in the high-growth convenience and food service markets. According to data from Kantar, published on the 14th of April 2024, Asda holds a 13.4% share of the UK grocery market, making it the third largest retailer behind Tesco and Sainsbury's. Food and drink businesses receive royal recognition in this year's King's Awards for Enterprise. This year's awards saw 252 businesses from across the country recognised for their contributions to the UK economy in one of 4 categories: innovation, international trade, promoting opportunity through social mobility, and sustainable development. Warrendale Wagyu was one of the many businesses recognised for their outstanding achievements in innovation, specifically its work with quality breed cattle and other UK farmers to drive a customer-led approach. Commenting on the award, Warrendale Wagyu founder Jim Bloom said, "Receiving the King's Award is an honour for Warrendale Wagyu after founding the business 7 years ago. We work closely with many farmers across the UK to produce British Wagyu beef, and are also very fortunate to have established some long-term customers who value the product and supply chain we have created. The award is great recognition of our efforts in building relationships and working with some great partners to create sustainable business." Luxury chocolatier Harry Specters was also honoured in this year's awards, recognised for its work providing and advancing employment opportunities for autistic people. It was one of just 7 businesses that received an award for promoting opportunity. Minister for Enterprise Kevin Hollandrake added, "I congratulate the recipients of this year's King's Award for Enterprise, who exemplify the talent, innovation and entrepreneurial spirit of British business. I wish them every success and commend the invaluable contributions they make to communities both at home and overseas. Helping to grow the economy, the King's Awards for Enterprise were previously known as the Queen's Awards for Enterprise and were renamed last year to reflect His Majesty the King's desire to continue the legacy of HM Queen Elizabeth II by recognising outstanding UK business. In the UK, the award programme, now in its 58th year, has awarded more than 7,000 companies since its inception in 1965. Here is a roundup of the various new product categories that have been introduced in May. Estonia-based sunflower seed butter producer makes UK debut. Sunfly is looking to transform the nut butters alternative sector with its debut lineup that aims to be free of all 14 major allergens. The sunflower seed butters come in 5 flavours, including natural and chocolate varieties. Established in Estonia in January 2024, the Sunfly team brings over a decade of expertise in handling sunflower seeds, with prior experience in cultivation and B2B exporting. Sunfly's first direct-to-consumer product, sunflower seed butter, is crafted in a certified production facility in Tamlin, which is exclusively dedicated to sunflower seed processing. Sunfly says the facility is the first of its kind in Europe and will set a new standard for food safety. The company also boasts a field-to-fork approach, overseeing each step of the sunflower seed product's journey in-house. Giving more detail around the choice behind sunflower seeds, Mark Even, co-founder of Sunfly and a former medical practitioner, said, "Though sunflowers are primarily cultivated for their oil-rich seeds, less than 10% of their harvest is transformed into the delectable snacks we love. While there is a long history of producing a food-grade sunflower oil meal, there remains untapped potential in creating food-grade products solely from the sunflower seeds. Our choice to focus on sunflower seeds is rooted in their exceptional nutritional profile. Packed with protein, fibre, vitamin E, and a myriad of essential minerals and vitamins, sunflower seeds offer unparalleled health benefits. Since its launch, Sunfly's sunflower seed butter has garnered praise from consumers and quickly became available in more than 100 leading Estonian stores within just 3 months. This saw its UK launch last month on the 15th of April 2024 in Selfridges based in London. To debut in the UK market by Selfridges is a dream come true. Dimitri Even, CEO and co-founder of Sunfly, Selfridges' reputation for championing conscious brands aligns perfectly with our commitment to sustainability, ensuring zero waste throughout our supply chain, with plans to introduce future products like sunflower seed milk, sunflower seed protein powder, and sunflower seed cold-pressed oils. Swizzles releases Squishies flavour. British sweet manufacturer Swizzles, which makes drumsticks, lollies and nub hearts, has announced the national launch of Squishies Strawberries and Cream, which are now available to retailers throughout the UK. The Squishies range has been growing in popularity, with the brand now worth £52.5 million. This latest addition to its portfolio represents a consumer call for new flavours. Last year, to support the continued success of Squishies and meet growing demand for NPD in the future, Swizzles unveiled an additional factory in Cheshire. Talking on the new launch, Claire Newton, trade marketing manager at Swizzles, said, "Our mouth-watering Squishies strawberry and cream flavour reflects our dedication to creating exciting and new taste sensations for our consumers. Our newest launch is sure to become a must-have sugar confectionery product, combining Moorish Squishies with classic British combo of strawberries and cream. Plus, the timing couldn't be sweeter, launching just in time for National Strawberries and Cream Day on May the 21st. Squishies Strawberry and Cream will be available in 120-gram bags in both price-marked and non-price-marked packs." Cathedral City enters chilled ready meals segment. Chilled food manufacturer Oscar Mayer has teamed up with British cheese brand Cathedral City on its first venture into chilled meals. The new products include a cheesy lasagna, cottage pie, chicken and pasta bake, and macaroni cheese. This marks a first for Cathedral City, which until now has yet to appear in a chilled meal range. Consumer research from Oscar Mayer revealed that consumers opt for ready meals to save time, accepting that quality may be compromised. Keen to change narrative, Oscar Mayer has been working closely with Saputo Dairy UK, owners of Cathedral City, to create a range that shatters outdated perceptions. To this end, the range, which hit UK supermarket shelves on the 1st of May 2024, is said to contain at least 30% more cheese than the nearest own-label equivalent product. For too long, the chilled meals category has been content to simply provide options that are a functional purchase for consumers. At Oscar Mayer, we believe it's time to go beyond that and create meals that are unique and desirable, said Gordon Walsh, Chief Commercial Officer for Oscar Mayer. This partnership with Cathedral City is about us delivering on what consumers want, a meal solution that is still convenient, but also provides restaurant-quality, delicious meals at an affordable price point. We want to tear up the rule book and reverse the outdated perceptions of ready meals of old packaging are products with plenty of inspiring and indulgent flavours. While Oscar Mayer looks to break down a ready meal stigma, this partnership represents a major milestone for Cathedral Cheese portfolio. Adam Braithwaite, Senior Vice President Commercial at Saputo Dairy UK, explained, "For us, Oscar Mayer is the ideal partner in helping Cathedral City to diversify and expand into different categories. The desire to bring exciting flavour-packed meal solutions to UK consumers while delivering on both quality and value aligns perfectly with our ethos. This collaboration with Oscar Mayer follows Cathedral City's recent successful product launch with Heinz on a new range of cheesy beans. New Kettle Crisps flavours. Chorizo and red pepper is the newest addition to Kettle's Ridge Cut range. The new product has been inspired by Spanish flavours, featuring a blend of smoky chorizo and sweet red peppers. The brand has also launched sour cream and chive flavoured crisp as British summertime nears. Set to be a staple of Kettle's core range, both new packs are hand-cooked, HFSS compliant, and free of artificial flavourings. They will be available in UK supermarkets later in the month. We're overjoyed to be able to treat consumers to our two new flavours, each the result of the passion and creativity of our innovation chef. From the mouth-watering spice of chorizo to the delicate hum of chives, every element has been refined from the highest quality ingredients to build the perfect seasoning. We know that our firm fans and new faces alike will enjoy tacking into a bag of both, said Phil Holford, head of brands at Valio Snack Foods, which owns Kettle Chips. Premium pies for on the go. The brothers-in-law behind indie pie brand Pie Minister have created Handy Pies, an on-the-go range to be eaten at hot or cold or deep-filled pastries. Identifying snacking as a new premium pie-eating occasion, the Handy Pie range follows consumer research, which revealed non-pie eaters' turn-offs. Asking respondents who had not purchased from the savoury pastry snacking category in the past 6 months why they hadn't, 10% of respondents, 38%, said it wasn't a result of aesthetics, they don't look appealing. Following close on its heels, 31% and 27% said it was over poor quality meat and pastry, respectively, while 20% said they had distrust in the ingredients. Commenting, John Simon, Prime Minister, co-founder and managing director, said our key innovation objective is to offer pies for all occasions, catering for consumers with a variety of dietary choices and requirements, while always sticking to our values, only using premium quality ingredients that are sourced for their deforestation-free and high animal welfare credentials, as well as great taste. This objective led to the expansion of our classic pie range to include gluten-free and plant-based SKUs. Then in May 2023, we successfully launched the trio of phyllo pastry pies. Launching Handy Pies into the snacking category is the obvious next step for us as we find tasty new ways to welcome younger, conscious consumers into the pie category. The new range will be available on Ocado from April and in Tesco from May, with a retail price of £3 at 170 grams in 4 different varieties. These include cheese and onion, chicken tikka, steak and peppercorn, and a plant-based sausage and bean pie. New England Seafood's chilled fish brand expands. Chilled fish brand Fish Said Fred is launching 2 new SKUs to its oven-ready range, with the launch of Thai green hot curry and tuna katsu curry. The Fish Said Fred oven-ready launch was in April 2023 to offer shoppers a convenient way to integrate more fish into their diets. These convenience products continue to be a key strategic opportunity for the brand and category, with added value spend growth within chilled fish plus 9% year on year. The 2 new products will join the existing cheesy smoked haddock offering, with the entire oven-ready range 100% MSC and ASC certified. Lisa Cowell, head of marketing at New England Seafood, parent company of Fish Said Fred, shared her thoughts. These latest introductions to the range furthers our commitment to promoting appreciation for delicious, nutritious and responsibly sourced fish, all while upholding our dedication to accessibility for families across the UK. With exciting new flavours like the Thai green hot curry and tuna katsu curry, we're not only satisfying the evolving palates of consumers, but also inspiring them to explore the diverse culinary landscape of seafood options available. Alcoholic ready-to-drink brand gets new blackcurrant flavour. Vodka-based ready-to-drink brand Four Loko has extended its range with the launch Dark Berry Burst. Delivering a mix of blackcurrant flavours, Dark Berry Burst comes in 440ml cans, 8.4% ABV, with a regular retail price of £3.59. RTDs are enjoying a major period of reinvigoration, and the forecast for RTDs is extremely exciting, with a particular emphasis on at-home occasions and the linked opportunity to drive sales, commented Clark McElroy, Managing Director of Four Loko distributor Red Star Brands. Four Loko enjoys a well-earned reputation of being the go-to drink for those seeking unconventional fun and full-on flavour. Taste is perhaps the top consideration when it comes to RTD preferences, so staying ahead of the curve is critical. Dark Berry Burst joins the existing Four Loko lineup of 8 flavours, all at 8.4% ABV, and like the rest of the range, is caffeine-free. Four Loko is a US brand which launched into the UK in 2021 and has since become one of the fastest-growing RTD brands in the UK. Adding a £7 million value growth to the convenience sector over the 52 weeks to the 24th of December 2023, it has also 8 of the top 13 fastest-selling SKUs in GB convenience by value. The continuing squeeze on household incomes increasingly means that staying in remains the new going out, but the consumer thirst for innovation signals a clear demand for favourable imagination. A safe space to talk mental health over crisps. Beavertown, a British brewery based in Tottenham, which is known for its craft beers, including Neck Oil, Gamma Ray, Lupin Lloyd, and Bones, has teamed up with mental health charity Calm to launch a limited edition packet of crisps. The cheddar and jalapeno flavoured crisps have been developed with the help of several companies, artisanal crisp brand Smug and its partners, crisp manufacturer the Yorkshire Crisp Company, as well as compostable packaging expert Parkside. The idea behind the crisps is to encourage positive conversations around mental health, with a pack featuring conversation starters printed on the inside of the laminate material. The icebreakers created by Calm featured on pack ask questions such as, what gets you through tough times? And if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be? This stems from research conducted by Calm that found more than half, at 56%, of people in the UK have tended to be okay to avoid talking about their own mental health. The packaging is a compostable solution sourced from Parkside Flexibles, Part 2 Nature range. The laminate includes high-barrier compostable cellulose film layers, Nature Flex films sourced from Future Mura. The finished products with printed designs on the outside and the inside are seedling and OK Compost accredited as compostable. It is also compliant to the EU standard EN 13432 for packaging and recovery through biodegradation, degradation and composting. Commenting at Parkside sales account manager Mark Shaw said, "We are delighted that we are able to work on this design for Beavertown Crisps and contributed to this campaign for mental health. Beavertown Crisps provide that natural invitation to start sharing in a relaxed way, right there at pub. A great idea if you ask me." Responding to the demand for healthier carbonated soft drinks, launching in May, the new products will be available in single and multi-packs under the name Sweet Freedom Fizz. Full flavours will hit shells, lime and mint, raspberry and cranberry, mango and mandarin, and pineapple and coconut. The drinks have been designed with well-being in mind, with ingredients chosen for their health and cognitive benefits. They are also free from artificial sweeteners and flavours and refined sugar, as well as being low calories. Artificial sweeteners and ingredients have always been a no-go for us, and when we discovered the potential for sustainable cacao juice as a natural sweetener, we were eager to be the first to bring it over to the UK. This is the part of the cacao bean which usually gets discarded, so using it means the farmers we work with now get paid for an extra part of their harvest, said the company's co-founder Deborah Piner. In terms of how we retrieve this unique ingredient, the cacao pods are collected and pressed in innovative mobile solar-powered factories to extract their light, fruity juice. Then, through blockchain technology, the farmers are fairly compensated and their beans are returned to them to continue their processing for the cacao industry, which we use in our chocolate products. Research carried out by Sweet Freedom with help from TRKR last year found that 65% of people who buy carbonated soft drinks say added health benefits would make them buy more of it. This combined with many other studies, including a key finding from Britvic's 2023 soft drink review, that 73% of consumers would like to see carbonated soft drinks variants with all natural ingredients, proved to the team that there was growing demand in this area. Sharing our thoughts on this, Piner added, "These findings, alongside our extensive expertise in crafting products from all natural ingredients, has made transitioning into the functional drink space a logical progression for us." Roy's mini French beignets arrive in the UK. Finally, Moi by the Cell Desserts has unveiled bite-sized French desserts to the UK. The mini beignets, essentially a sweet piece of fried dough, are made from French brioche. Mademoiselle Desserts says this dough yields mini beignets that are light, fluffy, and exceptionally soft. Moi's mini beignets come in 4 flavours tailored to suit the seasons: hazelnut and cacao, red fruits, apple, and a caramelised spice, speculoos. Think Biscoff. Starting its journey in the French countryside in the 1980s, with a small local bakery company supplying the trade with puff pastry sheets, the company has since become an international group supplying bakery shops, cafes, and restaurants across France and beyond. In Bay's edition, we hear from Glebe Farms Managing Director Philip Rain. He's age 50, his job title is the owner and managing director. The company is Glebe Farm Foods, based in Huntington, with an education in mechanical engineering at Cambridge University and a PhD in microengineering and nanotechnology at Cranfield. His favourite food and drink, well, it won't surprise you to hear, it's oats, and plenty of them. Porridge in the morning and oat cookies for a delicious treat. What inspired you to enter food and beverage? Having grown up on the farm, helping with harvest when young, even driving combines from 15, my sister Rebecca and I had the ambition to not only grow crops, but manufacture great tasting products from what we grow on our farms, promoting British and sustainable practices as well as connecting the farm directly to retailers and consumers. Both of us are always innovating and trying new products, which led by a varied path to becoming one of the first companies to make gluten-free products in 2006. So when we worked out that we could create a gluten-free oat supply chain, we fell straight on it and learned about oat milling and created our own mill. By managing the full supply process from our farmer to end customer, we ended up making the very first gluten-free oat supply chain for porridge and ingredients. For us, it was also the perfect crop to grow here in Eastern England. We then set about spreading the good news that celiacs can eat great cereals and bakery made from gluten-free oats throughout Europe. Making our pure Oatly oat milk was another step in the right direction and learning a whole new set of skills and processes to master. Upon the creation of pure Oatly, our already well-established gluten-free processes enabled our product to gain the unique position of being the only celiac UPA certified drink on the UK market, which for the celiac community is a huge landmark. As a hands-on owner and managing director, I have an active role in the day-to-day running business, including working closely with our teams on operations, business development, technology, and innovation. What does a typical day look like? My mornings tend to be focused on operational needs and engineering projects across our production facility. A mix of projects are for improving quality and productivity, innovation, and keeping our environmental impact to a minimum. We are constantly investing in ways to improve our product and how we operate sustainably, including using our oat residue to create steam for our biomass boilers and solar panels to completely power our operation. We also recently opened a state-of-the-art Tetra packing plant at our Cambridgeshire site, which has enabled us to bring all packing into one place to reduce our food miles to the absolute minimum. A key part of my day is therefore checking on these new processes, equipment and techniques to ensure everything is running smoothly. In the afternoons, I'm more involved with our customers, relationship building and exploring business plans and opportunities, so every day is quite varied. Also, given that I live right next to our site, I'm sometimes the reluctant on-call boyman. How did you get to where you are today? After 15 years in technology development and innovation, I had a strong drive to bring new life and skills to our young food manufacturing business. The long-term relationships we've built over many years with fellow farms and customers has allowed us to pave the way in creating a British farming supply chain unlike any that have existed previously. Carefully selected our farmers all follow our stringent gluten-free processes and are located locally to our farm to reduce food loss with neighbouring farmers. Our farming background helps us hugely because we understand all the aspects of farming and how to really work with people we know personally in a long-term relationship. When we're having a bad day, what cheers you up? Being a natural problem solver, getting stuck into whatever issue has arisen, and creating a solution always cheers me up. There are no bad days, just problems that I haven't solved yet. What's your favourite part about the food sector? Being an independent British business that's a pioneer in the world of gluten-free food manufacturing. We have the unique privilege of being able to follow our oats from field to farm to mill and then to food and drink. Food is so all-encompassing, and our gluten-free oat innovations have helped millions of people with wheat intolerance have healthier, better and longer lives. Alongside this, supporting our fellow farmers and reducing climate damage all are what we enjoy beyond just doing business. If we could change one thing about the food and beverage sector, what would it be? An increase in focus from the retailers on British sourcing. It is not only positive for impact on our climate, but in Britain we have world-class farming and food manufacturing capabilities that we should celebrate and appreciate. The stress that farmers are under from the current commodity systems are showing it hugely in the current farming process across Europe. No farmers, no food. We must support a sustainable way to produce food in business and environment right through to consumers. What's next for you? What's the dream? We've grown so much in the last year with investment in our facilities, processes and people, with new aseptic Tetra packing plant, and there is always more to do with using more gluten-free oats, granola and oat milk, both with our Pure Oatly brand, great brand partnerships in private label and new oat ingredients from fast-moving consumer good manufacturers. I'm also working right now on our net zero plan and looking to put another 800 kilowatt solar generation on our roof and a fourth biomass boiler on oat chaff to make steam for the new expansion. There's certainly no sign of us slowing down. Women's personal protection equipment, PPE, is a growing area of recognition among health and safety representatives, as businesses agree more needs to be done to ensure it's suitable. While the majority of those surveyed in the latest RS Health and Safety Report strongly agree that PPE needs to be more inclusive in terms of its size, fit and suitability for women workers, hardly any are factoring it into their sourcing. The 2024 report was completed by 891 respondents working in the health and safety roles in the UK and Ireland, from a variety of sectors including F&B. More than half, 53% of participants, were from large businesses with between 250 and 10,000 employees, with 29% working with medium-sized organisations, 50 to 249 as a headcount, and 18% from small businesses with 49 or fewer staff. Two-thirds of those respondents stated that up to 40% of people in their organisation who require PPE are women. Just 1% cited it as an important factor when acquiring kit. It is also worth noting that a response of the 2024 survey were mostly men at 71%. The top three challenges for buyers of PPE, according to survey respondents, were finding suppliers who have the right stock, services or solutions at 31%, sourcing quality and trustworthy parts, services or solutions at 28%, and keeping up to date with new products and technology at 23%. These figures mirror 2023's findings. The report also highlighted that more than a third, at 37%, of respondents cite counterfeit or substandard PPE as a real issue in the industry. Dr. Karen McDonnell, Occupational Health and Safety Policy Advisor at the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents, OSPA, said the British Safety Industry Federation is very clear on standards for personal protective equipment. Getting PPE procurement right first time is fundamentally important, and businesses should take advantage of the available support and guidance from recognised suppliers. They must ensure that the PPE they are issuing has been correctly tested and certified to the appropriate standard. Failing to do so puts workers' lives at risk. On the topic of women PPE, she added, it seems there's still a way to go on achieving awareness of the importance of PPE developed specifically for women. Many firms at 30% also expressed an interest in recycling options for PPE from their suppliers. Currently, just 41% manage this in-house. Sustainability was found to be of growing interest in general, with 78% of survey respondents saying that they would pay a premium for sustainable products. Commenting on results, RS Safety Solutions Director Ryder Plummer said it was interesting to see that sustainability is growing in importance, but more buyers prepared to pay a premium for sustainable products, even in the face of challenging times. The biggest PPE procurement challenge this year emerged as finding suppliers who have the right stock, services or solutions, which was chosen by more respondents at 31% versus 23% last year. Cat and dog food manufacturer Pet's Choice has agreed to purchase premium cat food brand Vet's Kitchen from Pet's Kitchen from an undisclosed seller. Vet's Kitchen will join the likes of Weebox, Bob Martin and Tastybone in Pet's Choice's stable of pet food brands. The sale of its pet food division will allow Pet's Kitchen concentrate on the development of its clinical veterinary practices under its Vet Clinic brand. The sale will not only grow Pet's Choices of the premium of and advanced nutrition sectors, but also increase its reach within the veterinary channel. Tony Rayburn, Chief Executive of Pet's Choice, said our expertise in growing brands perfectly complements Vet's Kitchen's use of professional insight in its product formulations, and we believe this acquisition will act as a real partnership and deliver even better premium food for pets. The acquisition will also mean that customers and listings alike will benefit from Pet's Choice distribution network, making a Vet's Kitchen products all the more accessible to all. Vets Kitchen will complement our existing portfolio of growing brands, entering us into the premium sector, which is extremely exciting. A long-term collaboration agreement between the two companies will see Pet's Choice benefit from Vets Clinic professional expertise, providing consultation services regarding new product development and recipe upgrades. The two businesses will also work together to deliver Vets Kitchen's Pet Clubs activity in the future. Vets Kitchen Managing Director Laura Shears added, "We have just opened our second state-of-the-art Vets Clinic veterinary practice in Reading, and we have been seeking to divest our pet food division whilst maintaining an ongoing association. We are delighted that we can hand over the Vets Kitchen brand to Pet's Choice and to continue with a collaboration agreement for the long-term benefit of both companies. We look forward to seeing the Vets Kitchen brand go from strength to strength under Tony's fantastic team." Valeo Foods has completed the acquisition of leading Italian bakery products manufacturer Dale Cole from an undisclosed fee. With a history dating back 120 years, Dale Cole produces more than 180 products spanning the bakery, sweet treats and snacks categories, including pandori, panettone and croissants. Meanwhile, its products are sold in 35 countries around the world. As a producer of sweets, treats and snacks too, Valeo management views Dale Cole as a highly contemporary, complementary addition to its expanding Italian platform and operations, which has been built following the initial acquisition of Balconi in 2015 and the subsequent acquisitions of Val Dienza in 2017 and IDP Patini in 2023. With revenues in excess of €1.5 billion, Valeo's portfolio featuring more than 80 brands sold in over 106 countries around the world, including Balconi, Carstens, Jacobs, Fox's Mint, Poppets, Ralph's Honey and Maple Crest. The group, which is owned by global investment firm Bain Capital, employs over 4,500 people across 30 manufacturing facilities and offices in the UK, Italy, Germany, the Netherlands, Ireland, Czechia and Canada. Commenting on the acquisition, Valeo CEO Ronald Kears said, "Dale Cole is a fantastic addition to the Valeo Foods portfolio, which already boasts many of Europe's finest and most established brands, with deep heritage and connections with consumers. On a commercial level, it diversifies and strengthens our product offering and completes our range of quality, confectionery and sweet treats in this market, ranging from iconic sponge cakes to wafers and biscuits. It also adds considerable new manufacturing and logistical capabilities to our Italian platform, which will support our growth ambitions in Italy and across Europe. This is very consistent with our vision to position Valeo Foods as the undisputed European sweet treats champion." Alberto Alfieri, CEO of Valeo Foods Italy and president of Balconi Spa, added, "We have long admired Dale Cole, who share our passion for delivering high-quality products to consumers, and their heritage range and operational footprint are highly complementary to Valeo Foods Italy and the Balconi business. We very much look forward to welcoming close to 90 new colleagues to our team and work with them to accelerate the growth of our enlarged Italian business. The possibilities of data in food and drink manufacturing are boundless. The challenge lies in effectively harnessing and understanding its powers." This will occur on the 23rd of May at 3 p.m. as an event which is debating the process of data usage. During the live roundtable, discussion topics on the agenda will include the use of data and technology to create intelligent business insights, utilizing data usage to drive productivity, learning from the failures of the past, the future of data, and how data can help mitigate volatility and disruptions. The people who will be moderating this will include William Dodds, who is the Deputy Editor at Food Manufacturer, and the following speakers include Mark Holmes, Senior Advisor for Supply Chain at InterSystems. Holmes brings more than 25 years of experience in consulting, manufacturing, operations, and software development. He specializes in working with manufacturers and retailers, CPG, to solve their most difficult supply chain issues through digital transformation with a modern data fabric architecture. Ian Walker, UK Director of Industry Engagement at data standards body GS1 UK. Walker was appointed as a Director of GS1 UK in 2022, joined from the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office as former UK High Commissioner to Ghana, and before that, Finance Director and Foreign Office Board Member. He has worked across UK government and within the private sector. Tom Hollands, Innovation and Technical Director at sandwich manufacturer Rayner Foods. An accomplished food scientist, Hollands has worked for the Food Standards Agency and across the private sector, specialising in sustainability, food safety, meta-food systems and emerging technologies. His focus on technology leads naturally to developing real-world systems to improve sustainability, cut waste and reduce emissions. Yitzhak Grant, Client Solutions Director at consulting and advisory firm FutureBridge. Grant works at FutureBridge, leveraging over a decade's worth of experience in supply chain and consumer goods to support clients connect technologies and propel human expertise forward. Having worked across research and development, supply chain strategy, finance, and market, Grant uses the breadth of his experience to bring a unique perspective when developing and solving problems and identifying opportunities. UK manufacturers have failed to take crucial steps to mitigate fluctuations in energy prices as new research by Mitsubishi Electric reveals a disconnect between the industry's views and action taken on site to address these concerns. The study found that 91% of respondents were concerned about energy price security, while less than a quarter, 24%, had a fully implemented on-site energy management system. What's more, just 27% said they employed a dedicated energy manager. Mitsubishi Business Development Group Manager David Bain said this demonstrated a clear disconnect between thought and action to resolve an acute, ongoing and worsening problem. These statistics are not only eye-opening at face value, they need to be considered within the context of how energy pricing has changed in the past few years, said Bean. The sector is just coming out of one of the worst energy crises in modern memory, and the impact of this price volatility is yet to be fully felt. Despite the clear concerns about the effect of energy price security and grid resilience identified in this report, the industry has not yet taken crucial steps to mitigate further fluctuations. With costs now resembling something approaching normal, it is an ideal time for decision makers to reconsider these energy strategies and address potential uncertainty. A similar disconnect was observed when respondents were asked about decarbonisation in their businesses. While 85% of the survey said working towards net zero was a key part of their noisiness, only 35% were currently implementing net zero within their operations. This report provides a much-needed snapshot of the manufacturing sector's most pressing challenges and underlines why decision-makers can no longer delay action. Being concluded, however, the pressures and instability affecting the industry may have made businesses reluctant to do so. But by starting small and implementing new tools and technologies, including energy management systems, site teams, senior managers can access meaningful data needed to make these necessary decisions. It doesn't matter where you are on your energy journey, we can help businesses develop a roadmap to a greener and more resilient future. The supermarket chain Aldi has invested £750 million into a family-owned fruit farm in Kent. AC Gotham and Son has supplied Aldi with apples and pears since 2016 and was confirmed earlier this year as the retailer's exclusive provider on British apples. The new investment, which is part of a wider 20-year agreement, will fund the creation of the 200-acre Aldi orchard at a new green farm in Gravesend. The orchard will grow Ghana and Braven apples for Aldi stores across the UK. Additionally, AC Gotham and Son has plans in place to plant an additional 100 acres per year of apple trees exclusively for Aldi. Julie Ashfield, Managing Director of Buying Aldi UK, said that the supermarket was proud to be one of the largest buyers of British apples, according to data from British Apples and Pears Limited. This new 20-year deal represents a £750 million investment in British farming and demonstrates our long-term commitment to championing British produce, added Ashfield. Founded in 1947 and run by Clive Gotham and his son Ross, the business supplies an estimated 250 million apples and pears to Aldi stores each year. The business is working with Aldi to extend the growing season with controlled atmospheric storage as well as on its journey to net zero. This is a fantastic achievement and a real testament to the work both AC Gotham and Son and Aldi have put into the agreement to have created something truly collaborative, a first for the British top fruit sector, said Ross Grotham. This gives us the confidence now to invest in the future and to grow more British apples and pears for Aldi, guaranteeing sustainability, viability and most importantly UK food security. The move is the most recent in a series of investments by Aldi this year, including the switch to 100% recycled plastic on own-labelled soft drink and water bottles, and the launch of own brand paper wine bottles in partnership with Frugal Pack. Welsh brewer Thomas Watkin has unveiled its new brand identity after coming under new ownership in August 2023. Founded in 1996, the Thomas Watkin brand has been revitalised under the ownership of brewing entrepreneurs Joel and Sarah Drummond, who also established Drop Beer Bear Co. in 2019. The relaunch has aimed to serve as both a celebration of the brand's heritage while also looking forward to the future of Welsh beer. Thomas Watkin's new owners hope to introduce its range of ales and lagers to a new generation of beer drinkers with traditional favourites such as CWRW, Bloodwood and Magic Lager still available. Meanwhile, Thomas Watkin has crafted new additions in its range such as Dragon's Keep IPA and Miner's Pride to attract new customers. Director of Sales and Marketing for Thomas Watkin, Joel Drummond grew up in Swansea and as a result holds a lot of reverence for the brand's history. The inspiration behind this revitalisation has been drawn from the preferences of modern drinkers as well as successful ale brands of the past. IPA and Stout have been demonstrated impressive growth over the years, and we're thrilled to add these styles to Thomas Watkin core range, modernising the portfolio's flavour profile and maximising its sales potential. Thomas Watkin was one of the first beers I ever drank, and I'm hoping that our hard work will breathe new life into this classic Welsh brand so that many more drinkers can enjoy it for years to come. The entire lineup has also been adapted to make it suitable for vegans. Shared Director of Operations and Finance Sarah Drummond added, "We believe that by making the range vegan-friendly, we're ensuring that great ales of Wales will be pouring up for many more years to come for many more to enjoy." A beef and arable farm in Kent has been fined £12,000 after a health and safety executive, HSE, visited and they identified multiple serious health and safety breaches. The site visit to Seymour Stevens Limited, a beef and arable farm in Faversham, Kent, was carried out in November 2022 and found several failings that placed employees and others at risk over a period of many years. HSE reported that one of used as a through gate via an employee was unsafe to enter due to its poor structural state. Meanwhile, a number of electrical faults were also identified within. Seymour Stevens Limited was aware of this and continued to allow the barn to be used, but took the decision not to repair it due to costs. In another shed, the roof was insecurely fixed and was being weighed down with a straw bale in an attempt to prevent it from moving. Roof sheeting was also in poor condition and state of disrepair, in some cases even failing from buildings. Bull pens were broken and rusty, and concerns were raised about the suitability of these to contain a bull. During the Christmas period in 2022, a bull had managed to escape the farm and was brought back to site by the police. Earlier in the same year, the company had been invited to attend a preparing for inspection course, but didn't take up the offer. Seymour Stevens Limited pleaded guilty to breaching Section 2, Section 1 of the Health and Safety at Work Act 1974 and was fined £12,000 and ordered to pay £4,830 in costs at a hearing at Maidstone Magistrates Court on the 24th of April 2024. Speaking after the hearing, HSE Inspector Peter Bruce commented, "While agriculture accounts for just 1% of the working population, it accounts for about 20% of workplace fatalities. In the case at Seymour Stevens Farm, there were failings to manage health and safety risks associated with animals and foreign objects, 2 of the 5 most common causes of fatal injuries in the agriculture sector. Employees and members of the public were being put at risk, despite previous warnings having been given to the company by their staff. It is important that employees maintain their workplaces and equipment to suitable standards to ensure that employees, visitors and members of the public are not put at risk." UK beer manufacturer Green King has announced plans to invest £40 million into the development of a state-of-the-art brewery in Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk. Slated for completion in 2027, the brewery will be located next to Green King's recently completed multi-million-pound distribution centre and will significantly improve the sustainability of its brewing operation. Per pint, water usage in the brewing process will be reduced by more than 50% at the new site, while energy efficiency will also be improved. This should help drive Green King's progression towards its science-based environmental target, become carbon net zero by 2040, as well as reducing its greenhouse gas emissions by 50% by 2030. During the construction process, the firm's brewing operation will continue in its current form at Westgate Brewery, also in Bury St Edmunds. Commenting on the announcement, Green King Chief Executive Nick McKenzie said the brewing in the town of Bury St Edmunds was part of the company's DNA. This investment represents a further and significant ongoing commitment to our brewing operations in a town which has such a rich and storied connection with our business and with brewing. As we seek to make our operations more sustainable, our new brewery will future-proof our ability to brew our much-loved brands as we create a thriving modern hospitality business. Meanwhile, MP for Bury St Edmunds, Joe Churchill, added Green King is at the heart of our Bury St Edmunds community and has been for more than 2 centuries. Building a more sustainable brewery that looks to the future will bring many benefits. It is brilliant to see the company commit to the future of its operations in the town and surrounding areas, supporting hundreds of jobs and maintaining the town's heritage as a pillar of British brewer. The announcement comes not long after Green King invested more than £9 million in its Belhaven brewery in Dunbar. Vegan Food Group CEO Dave Sparrow discusses the firm's mission to lead the plant-based category and put an end to intensive farming practices. Prior to starting his plant-based journey in 2020, Sparrow was not a vegan, but rather an experienced food industry figure who spotted an opportunity and ran with it. Today, he is not only leading a major player in the category, but Sparrow is also at the heart of the company's mission to fix a broken food system, alongside co-founders Matthew Glover and Adam Lyons. His background in the sector was forged with businesses including Yorkshire Provender, Hain Daniels, Kirsty's and Heck, where he worked in various finance, commercial and operational roles over a 10-year period. His first foray into the plant-based category came at Hain Daniels when he worked on the Linda McCartney brand, but it wasn't until he made contact with Veganuary co-founder Matthew Glover in 2019 that he began to see the vision and need for plant-based food beyond commercial potential. Veganuary was growing in prominence, and I had been aware of Matthew for a while. So when I learned that he was based in York, I reached out and we set up a meeting. At the time of their meeting, Glover was setting up Veg Capital, an investment platform designed to support startups in the vegan space, but also expressed an interest in founding a plant-based Southern fried chicken brand in the shape of VFC Foods Vegan Fried Chicken, alongside York-based chef Adam Lyons. I wasn't particularly immersed in the plant-based sector at this stage, but once I started working with Matthew and Adam, I really began to understand their vision and the mission they were on. I started by supporting on the Veg Capital and then transitioned into the role of CFO at BFC, supporting it with fundraising so that we could get business off the ground. BFC was initially run as a direct-to-consumer business operating out of Lyons' restaurant, producing small batches and shipping them out. Glover and Lyons had employed a design agency to create a distinctive look for the brand, but it was not until Tesco showed an interest in the autumn of 2021 that things began to take off. We travelled to Wollongong City to pitch BFC, and they agreed to stock our products and loved our approach. At this stage, I went full-time and began the process of finding a new manufacturing facility, as we could not meet the demands of Tesco out of Adam's restaurant. This process proved a challenge given the ongoing pandemic and the firm's status as a startup, but eventually Sparrow came to an agreement with a manufacturing partner in Canada that would allow BFC to fulfill its agreement with Tesco. Things snowballed from there, and within 6 months, Sainsbury's and Asda were stocking BFC products. We were growing well, but I felt passionately that we needed to invest in product quality to rival brands such as Quorn and Linda McCartney that was selling at a lower price point. To achieve this, we raised additional capital, invested in the texture and taste of our chicken products, and moved our manufacturing operation to Germany. This really paid off, causing our existing partners to increase distribution of our products, and new retailers such as Waitrose and Morrisons to take us on. The success of VFC was not limited to the UK at this point, as it established a presence in the Netherlands and Spain too. It was this growth that allowed founders Matthew and Adam to consider the greater impact they could have on the food system as we know it. In early 2023, we saw the plant-based market begin to consolidate following a period of investment and growth, which had led to the category becoming very crowded. Some brands had weak products while others priced their items too high, and this led to competitors being unable to deal with the headwinds of rising input costs. Meanwhile, we had one investor in the shape of Veg Capital that was committed to growth the sector, whereas many rivals were reliant on multiple different investors that pulled out once trading conditions became more challenging. In June 2023, BFC made its first move by acquiring this farm out of administration, a deal which Sparrow saw as having numerous benefits. Meatless Farm had great brand awareness and a lineup of strong products. It was established in the chilled fixture, while we solely focused on frozen type. It also produced plant-based beef, pork and lamb alternatives, which complemented our BFC chicken range perfectly. We also used many of the same facilities and materials, which made the integration pretty seamless, while being able to optimize on economies of scale. A few months later, and VFC added to its portfolio with the addition of pie maker Clive's Purely Plants, a move that stretched the business beyond plant-based meat alternatives, appealing to more health-conscious consumers with a premium vegetable-based offer. Clive's also manufactures all of its pies at its plant in Devon, which offered VFC its first production facility and caused retailers to take further notice. Our offering became increasingly diversified, and we had a growing ability to innovate across several product types and appeal to a wide range of customers. To reflect its growing size, the Vegan Food Group was announced in January 2024, a move that Sparrow said helped clarify its structure and acts as a holding company which now houses all businesses and brands together. We wanted to be seen as a group made up of various brands that are all focused on producing plant-based center-plate meals options across multiple formats. The moves did not stop there, with the newly created Vegan Food Group acquiring a German manufacturer, Tofu Town, in February 2024. This opportunity came about after Tofu Town's founders contacted Sparrow and expressed their desire to retire after 40 years in the industry. Tofu Town is a great business as it has 2 sites in Germany that span 500,000 square feet in size, while trading across chilled, frozen, ambient and ready to eat. Our approach to growing the business has been consistent throughout. Europe is our strategic priority in terms of future acquisitions, and we are focused in on centre plate meal options. We don't want to cannibalize what we can already produce, but instead focus on complementary businesses, whether that can be due to manufacturing capabilities, scale, geography, or product type. We are looking at 4 different acquisition opportunities right now, but we'll stick to our core mission and not straying into areas which don't fit our strategic outlook. After a busy 4 years since its foundation, the business currently sits in as good a position as a producer in the plant-based space to drive the category forward once again after a period of consolidation and correction. The category had become too confusing for consumers, with so many brands and varying levels of quality and price points. Thankfully, the sector has evolved as the vegan food group. We have the influence to shape the future through the delivery of clearer pictures and products. While reducing confusion will help grow the category, Sparrow also believes that ensuring price parity with meat, further enhancing product quality and encouraging innovation is of critical importance. If we can achieve these things, we will see category growth sparked again and kickstart the transition of our food system towards a plant-based model. While Sparrow was not passionate vegan when he started on this journey, he is now intent on helping to create fundamental change to people's diets through the vegan food group and its range of brands. It takes years and years for consumer habits to change, so this transition will not be easy. We want to educate people along the way and encourage the switch from animal-based diets over time. In terms of defining the group's overall mission, Sparrow and his fellow founders are clear about their ambitions. It would be great to say that everyone adopts a vegan diet, but we know that won't happen overnight. Looking at the change we can make during our lifetimes, ending intensive factory farming is an achievable goal. Modern agriculture is a broken system and we want to fix that. Young people are scrambling to secure entry-level engineering roles as industrial service providers. Erics reveals more than 2,500 people have applied for its 2024 apprenticeship program. The company, whose engineers can be found in food factories across the country, has received 5 times more applications to its expanded apprenticeship program than last year at 500 applicants. Now in its second year, the apprenticeship program has been expanded to 21 places, with 17 spots for engineers and 4 in sales and services. From the 2,500 applications, Erics will bring around 90, roughly 4 in 1, to the next stage, which is an assessment day at a service centre. Last year saw Erics take on 13 new engineering apprentices, who are now on the second of 4 rotations, focusing on the skills that manufacturers and engineers businesses in their region require. They will complete all 4 by the end of August. These apprentices get hands-on experience in the service centres, while also studying for their level 3 engineering fitter qualifications at S&B College in Leicester in regular 1-week blocks. Laurie Broadhurst, talent developer partner at Erics, said our first year program is going well. We've had some notable successes with several of the apprentices taking on activities or going out to custom sites and completing their safety passports, which is ahead of where we thought they would be at this point. It shows how quickly our more experienced team members' knowledge in the service centres is being passed on. New senior appointments have been announced at Marks & Spencer, Pladis and Applied Nutrition. Marks & Spencer named new CFO. Marks & Spencer Group has announced the appointment of Alison Dolan as its new Chief Financial Officer. Dolan will replace interim CFO Jeremy Townsend, who is set to remain in the post as planned until May 2025, with an exact date for Dolan's arrival set to be announced in due course. She'll also sit on the boards of director. Currently, Dolan is serving as the Chief Financial Officer at real estate firm Whitemove, having previously worked for companies including News UK and Sky. According to its financial results for the 52 weeks to 30th of March 2024, M&S food sales increased by 13% year-on-year. Reflecting on the appointment, Dolan said that she was delighted to be joining M&S at what she termed an exciting time for the business. As a customer shopping at M&S, I've always loved the brand and I'm thrilled to be part of reshaping the business for growth. The scale and pace of change are significant and there are many great opportunities ahead. Stuart Machin, CEO at M&S, said, I am delighted to welcome Alison to M&S as our Chief Financial Officer. We are fortunate to attract somebody of Alison's calibre, who will be a fantastic addition to the leadership team, and with so much experience in fast-paced, digitally led businesses, will help us in this next phase of transforming M&S. I want to thank Jeremy for all his hard work and effort, and he will support and leave M&S in the strongest financial health the business has been in decades. But Jeremy is not going anywhere quite yet and will, as always, be planned to stay with us until May 2025. Plaid hires Research and Development Vice President. Global snacks manufacturer Pladis has named Taryn Lisa Noel McConnell to the role of Vice President of R&D for the UK and Ireland. Noel McConnell will be responsible for helping Pladis UK and Ireland to grow its reputation for innovation within sweet and savoury biscuits and cakes. In addition to a degree in food technology, Molly McConnell has more than a decade of experience in the sugar and sweetener sector, where she received training as a confectioner and completed multiple courses at the Sugar Milling Research Institute and Camden BRI. She joins Pladis having worked for companies such as McCormick, Mondelez and PepsiCo. Molly McConnell said, "I am looking forward to working across such a fantastic portfolio of category-leading brands. Pladis has much an envied reputation for creating game-changing innovation, and I look forward to the challenge of working within a first-class team as we look to build as such an incredible legacy." Taryn brings a wealth of experience as an R&D leader with over 20 years of strategic research and development roles in various FMCG companies across Europe and global markets, added David Murray, Managing Director, Pladis UK and I. Our UK and I business has been growing from strength to strength, with our industry-leading pipeline of innovation being key to that growth. Taryn's wealth of experience will no doubt charge this agenda even further for us. Applied Nutrition appoints non-executive director. Applied Nutrition has confirmed the appointment of Marnie Millard as an independent non-executive director. Millard boasts plenty of FMCG experience and a proven track record in leadership and business development, having served as Group Chief Executive between 2013 and 2020 at Vimto producer Nichols. Since then, Millard has taken on several non-executive director positions and currently holds the position of chair at UA92, Pura and Marks Electrical. She also previously served for 3 years as chair for the CBI in the Northwest and was an advisor to the Board of International Trade. With the company's strong foundations in innovation and international expansion, I'm eager to contribute my expertise in brand marketing, innovation and people development to support the board in its next stage of growth and success. Meanwhile, Applied Nutrition CEO Thomas Ryder said that the firm was delighted to have made the appointment. Her extensive experience in leadership, strategic growth and international trade will be invaluable as we continue to expand our global footprint and grow within the nutritional supplements market, including various hydration, recovery and energy drinks. Provision and Trade Federation PTF Director General Rod Addy explains how the food industry is preparing for fallout from new controls on imports from the EU. It's more than 3 years since the EU introduced controls on UK exports. Finally, we've just begun the much-anticipated Phase 2 of border controls for GB imports from the EU. The food industry is poised for what comes next. Until about 3 weeks ago, importers didn't know what charges they would face at the border control points, BCPs, or what they would cover. Since then, we have seen fees posted for the only operational government-run BCP, the Common User Charge or CUC levelled at Dover or Eurotunnel, and associated sanitary and phytosanitary SPS checkpoint for products of animal origin in Sebington. The CUC depends on a product's risk category and is charged per commodity line, capped at 5 lines. £29 per medium risk animal-based food, £10 per low risk item. One thing to note is all 5 lines in mixed loads are charged at the rate of the highest risk product. For example, if an importer transports a load containing mostly low risk products, mostly dairy, and only one medium risk line, the medium risk rate applies to all 5 commodity lines, a total of £145. While fees for running BCPs apply to all loads passing through them, separate amounts apply for SBS inspections. For Sebington, in addition to exception charges, those fees are on the Ashford Borough Council website and are mainly weight-based. All this only applies to government-run BCPs. Privately run BCPs, the vast majority across the UK, will charge the varying fees for operations and inspections. Some may not be capped. Government advice is to contact health authorities, PHAs, directly for more information, including those responsible for GB West Coast ports, handling dairy imports from the island of Ireland, for which controls and charges don't yet apply. Many other BCPs have posted their fees online. The question is, will BCP and Port Health Authority, PHA, staff cope once queries about digital documentation and inspections accumulate? It's unclear whether hauliers will be told to attend SBS inspections in good time and what happens if they don't. Before arriving at BCPs, legal wording requires importers to pre-notify them 1 working day before arrival, except for plants and plant-based products. They are therefore encouraged to contact local authorities responsible for BCPs for opening hours ahead of time. 1 working day may mean if the message doesn't arrive until 5 minutes past 5 on a Friday for a BCP that is not open at weekends, consignments may be detained until Monday. Derogations of as little as 4 hours' notice can be secured only by local authority permission. Delays and costs could easily soar, which could well prevent small to medium-sized businesses from exporting into GB. Some argue this strengthens domestic producers against overseas competition, and finally it reduces the balance in board costs between the EU and GB. There's some truth in this in cases of direct competition, where products are complementary or have no UK equivalents. It's hard to see how the system won't reduce choice and increase prices for consumers. Fees for bulk ingredients shipped into the UK could also increase costs for UK finished product manufacturers. The government claims it has robust research suggesting that the net increase to food prices would be 0.2%, which could easily be absorbed by the food chain. Without seeing how these calculations have been made, it's hard to know, especially because they were made when full details of private BCP charges were unknown, how accurate they are. Industry is holding its breath. Here's hoping that teething problems are minimised. Consumers are increasingly turning to own-label products in the place of established products and brands as the sting of ongoing food inflation challenges continue to ravage people's wallets. Kantar data shared with British Frozen Food Federation, BFFF, found that private label volumes had increased by 2.2 percentage points in the 52 weeks to 17th of March 2024, while total branded volume decreased by 3.7 percentage points. Commenting on the Kantar data, BFFF Chief Executive Rupert Ashby said it reflected a shift towards value-driven purchases, with volume share increasing in Lidl and Aldi 0.8 and 0.6%, and declines for Morrisons and Asda minus 0.6 and minus 0.8, showed where the most change was happening. With the national minimum wage on the rise and the rate of inflation now slowing down, consumers can anticipate a potential reprieve on the financial struggles of the last few years. As economic conditions stabilise, we anticipate a resurgence in consumer spending power, presenting new opportunities for frozen food manufacturers. Yet this is somewhat of a double-edged sword. More extensive labour in an already stretched market means that manufacturing costs will rise, and this will likely be passed on to the consumer in the price of the product. Global conflicts continue to cause market disruption, so we're a long way from being out the woods yet. Meanwhile, upmarket supermarkets such as Marks & Spencer experienced a marginal rise in frozen food sales as part of the broader shift towards own-label products. According to the BFF, a trend suggested a continued demand for value even in the premium environment. The Kantar data showed that the overall grocery market experienced a 5.0% increase in value over the last quarter. However, when read alongside the decreasing volume stats, it's clear that consumers are paying more for less. Within specific categories, a significant surge in the value of frozen potato products was recorded up 11%, indicating notable price changes in this category. This spike can be attributed to supply issues as poor weather has led to lower yields. A Gloucestershire-based miller has teamed up with Aberystwyth University to study the milling and blending process for white flour in a bid to better new white bread. Equipped with funding from Innovate UK, the collaboration between organic millers, Shipton Mill and the team at Aberystwyth University could see peas, beans and oats added to wheat flour to boost its nutritional value. The project is one of 47 to receive a share of £17.4 million from Innovate UK as part of its Better Food for All programme, which is looking to improve food quality, boost nutrition and extend the shelf life of healthy foods. Aberystwyth University, based in Wales, is known for its leading plant research, with 65% of all oats in the UK grown from varieties developed there. Dr. Amanda Lloyd, who works within the Department of Life Sciences at the university, hopes its long-standing research in this area will be able to be put to good use. Poor diet plays a major role in ill health, chronic diseases, and a significant portion of cancer cases, said Lloyd. Obesity rates are very high in the UK, with projected costs for the NHS at £9.7 billion by 2050, and society at nearly £50 billion annually. Using our expertise at the university, we hope that this project can play a role in tackling this growing issue of diet-related poor health and well-being. Lloyd continued that the project has the added benefit of bringing significant social and economic benefits to the UK too, with a chance to further establish the UK as a leader in the flour and flour-based food markets. Commenting on the partnership, Chris Hollister from Shipton Mills said, "This project builds on our belief that variety and nature-friendliness is the way to measure the success of crop, not speed and growth. In milling our craft is to provide bakers with excellent and reliable results at that work with nature and what climate and seasonality can offer. We hope that this work can help make it for a healthier and happier diet for very many people. With projects like this, we in the UK food industry have a chance to make a positive impact, creating innovative products and solutions that could both improve people's health and create jobs in the sector." Global manufacturer General Mills has completed the acquisition of European pet food brand Edgard & Cooper for an undisclosed sum. This serves as part of General Mills' strategy to prioritise its core markets, global platforms and local gem brands to drive sustainable, profitable growth and higher shareholder returns over the long term. Established in 2016, Edgard & Cooper is among the fastest growing independent pet food companies in Europe, with last year's sales estimated to have exceeded €100 million across 13 markets. The brand boasts omni-channel distribution capabilities and is focused on natural ingredients with sustainability at its heart. This acquisition follows General Mills' purchase of fellow US pet food brand Blue Buffalo in 2018 and Tyson Foods' pet treats business in 2021. According to General Mills, the latter move made Blue Buffalo the leading natural treats brand in the US. It will also join other household brands such as Nature Valley, Old El Paso, and Haagen-Dazs, which all sit under General Mills' umbrella. Edgard & Cooper is an intersection of accelerate strategies, core markets, and global platforms, commented John Newley, Group President for the Pet Division, International and North America's food service at General Mills. We're thrilled to welcome the Edgard & Cooper team to the General Mills family, and we look forward to partnering together to advance their mission to revolutionise premium and natural pet food. Headquartered in Belgium, Edgard & Cooper will be a separate operating unit, led by its three founders, Cohen Bosten, Louis Chalabin, and Jürgen de Grant, with its financial results consolidated into General Mills' international segment. Cohen Bosten, founder of Edgard & Cooper, said the team is excited to join at General Mills and continue its journey to make better dog and cat food with real ingredients. He added, "Combining our brand's natural positioning and commercial capabilities with General Mills' marketing and supply chain expertise, we're ready to accelerate Edgard & Cooper's growth." Premium soft drinks manufacturer Fentimans has extended its supply chain partnership with Canton. The 5-year extension will see the supply chain business as Fentimans' dedicated warehouse and transport partner, managing operations for Wincanton's shared user distribution centre in Middlewich, Cheshire. Services include the distribution to the drinks firm's UK domestic market and the assembly and preparation of export lads for on-board shipping to global markets, delivering about 5 million products annually. Ian Vaughan, logistics manager at Fentimans, commented, "Fentimans are delighted to be extending our long-standing and fruitful partnership with Wincanton for a further 5 years. The quality of our working relationship and agility of the service provision will position us very positively in driving our longer-term growth strategy." Fentimans will also continue to benefit from Wincanton's IQ tracking technology, which offers the manufacturer accurate real-time visibility of its stock, proof of delivery and optimization of delivery routes. Wincanton Managing Director of Grocery and Consumer James Hurrell added, "We're proud to build on our long-term valued partnership with Fentimans and support its growth across domestic and global markets. Our brilliant team at Middlewich are excited to continue delivering excellent performance for Fentimans and its customers, and we look forward to a bright future together." Fentimans is a family-owned business that started in 1905 by Thomas Fentiman and is presently run by Eldon Robson, Thomas Fentiman's great-great-grandson. Last month, the drinks revealed that the top bold and strong flavours according to the British public.